Let's get into the story right now because I think I'm about to throw up about what I'm about to read right now, even though I got so much love for Rob Parker, in part because he went to Columbia as well. But boy, man, we are disagreeing on this one right here. So Rob Parker leads a hot take boot camp for former players, saying it's okay to be wrong. USC gave him the facility, the venue, in the prestigious Annenberg School for Communication and Journalism. I have spoken there many a times as well. It is next level prestigious. Turns out a lot of future journalists. Well, Rob Parker was there, and he just finished hosting this annual Broadcaster U with a bunch of NBA alums, all right? And they were getting a crash course in hot takery from polarizing Fox Sports host Rob Parker, which is crazy because I don't think of him as polarizing, but now if you're gonna give a damn summit on hot takes, guess what the title's gonna be? You are polarizing. So he says it's okay to be wrong, advising his students to lean into conflict with meme-able opinions that incite visceral responses from viewers watching on the edge of their seat. Yeah, we are talking about sports media right now. He says, quote, if we all agree that LeBron's the greatest player ever, what conversation are we having? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing going on here, and no one's going to watch it. Yeah, I think we do know what you mean, Rob. And we do know that people still will watch even if you don't have to give them something that is a hot take. So what Rob is talking about, he's going to discuss further and later, but I want you guys to take notice to every word about this because this is where you guys are being misled. So when asked if his takes were genuine or contrived, Parker said him and Chris Broussard, his co-host on The Odd Couple, salute to both dogs, flesh out their arguments before going to air, only debating topics that they disagree on. Now, you guys watch my show faithfully. I know you do. I've told you guys this before. They don't go in there and say, you believe blue, you believe red. Now go in there and fight and don't make purple, right? They don't do that. They say, what do you feel? And then they just keep asking both until they get enough of a rundown, enough of a show, enough topics where all of a sudden we got 10 that they disagree on. Now that may take you 10 out of 10, or that may take you 100 tries to find those 10 that you authentically, organically disagree about. All right, so that's the concept about this, right? So they go to air with their beefs, with their disagreements, and that's how you have a show that is built. Okay, now, he admitted to being uncomfortable with this concept. Who is he? One of the students, a journeyman center they call him. His name is Odais, who was there trying to take in the knowledge so he can make the transition to media. And he was sitting there like, a little overwhelmed by the ethical dilemma of voicing a contrarian opinion merely for the sake of argument. Now, I am a contrarian by nature. Why? Because everyone tells me I am. I don't think I am. I just don't go with the herd. Like I read holy books. It said, you know, the gates to heaven are narrow and few come between. So when you hear that, it's like, I ain't going where everybody go. Why? Because that ain't where heaven is. I'm going where heaven is. So y'all go this way. Y'all zig. I'm a zag. Maybe I'm a natural contrarian. But he also showed some similar trepidation as well. Barton talked about it, another guy in the seminar who was critical of the debate format. And he said, I don't care how popular it is and how it's been in recent years. Here's his quote. If you haven't played, you don't really know what the guy's going through. I feel like a lot of guys try to do that so they could go viral or feel like they're a bigger asset to whatever company they're working with because it's entertainment. Now, what he said is accurate, and what he said could be misconstrued as he's taking a shot. But in reality, he just told you that the reason a lot of these guys are incentivized to throw out a hot take, even if it's not necessarily the most authentic take, is because we're trying to have a polarizing dynamic. Y'all know what batteries look like. To get the energy from a battery, what do you need? A positive and, look at the butt of that battery, a negative, right? That's how you get the juice. That's how these shows get the juice. No matter how you think about it, edutainment is the blend of entertainment and education. So It's interesting reading through these articles and some of the comments that the sports media that has taken so many forms. We know that Stephen A. Smith is the top dog, if not one of the, and a pioneer of the debate genre. It turns out hot takes. That's what he does. You could say if it's contrived or not. What he does is he takes what he sees as a truth, whether it's his truth or not, and then he's going to put some spice on it and sell it to the public, right? And he sells it with conviction. He sells it in a performative form. He sells it to the point where even if you don't believe it, you're intrigued or maybe even entertained by his opposing beliefs. And then all of a sudden, those beliefs just continue to grow until you have an audience, right? So we all know that this can be problematic, because the culture is going to now be based on something that is not solid, that is not true, that is not real, right? So it's kind of muddying the discourse by rewarding the loudest voice in the room. The unfortunate reality is that it's going to be here, and it's here to stay. A necessary evil in a business that increasingly prioritizes entertainment over nuanced analysis, right? So I warned y'all, I told y'all, and now Rob Parker's out there giving permission slips, telling everybody, look, this is how it goes. He goes to a prestigious institution that's going to groom some of our best future journalists and gives them the receipts. Hey, this is how you crank out hot takes, like you're cranking that Soldier Boy, right? Here you go, here you go. This is how we make gremlins. We don't have to wet them. Nope. We don't have to feed them after midnight. Nope. You know what we got to do? Just let somebody who is respected and esteemed, like Rob Parker, say it's okay. Here's your permission slip to say something that may not be true, may not be real to you, but is going to have that effect with the public. So what is your take on hot takes? Do y'all like them? Be real. You know, it's like candy. It's okay. It's bad for you maybe, but shoot, it tastes good. Who mad at that, right? You don't have to give the vegetable response to this. If you like hot takes, let me know why you like hot takes in the comments.